Hey guys, coming live to you in my kitchen, or one of my kitchens. I'm actually in my motorhome right now, and this is my free group. So I have two groups that I work in on a regular basis. One is for the FLA tribe, and that is for my clients that are paying clients. That is for the FLA movement tribe clients, and they actually work with either me one-on-one, or they work with one of the coaches inside the FLA movement. This group is for all of you guys that either are following me on Instagram, following me on Facebook, and it's a free group. So I'm going to be in here telling you guys, teaching you about nutrition and supplements and following my life, following just different things. So what I'm telling you about today, I know I previewed this earlier this week, and so the way this is going to work is every Thursday I'm going to do a live video, and I'm going to teach you about things that basically what I've realized is working with so many clients, there's like these gaps that people don't know about. And one of the biggest ones I've found is protein. That's not one of my biggest problems. So I want to tell you guys, like, protein is a problem for a lot of people. We have trouble like fitting in protein into our life, whether it's like we're too busy, or we just don't know what it is, or we just can't fit it in. We don't know how to get protein into our life. So protein, just to recap, is a macronutrient. Macronutrients are those big building blocks of calories. So protein, carbs, and fats are the macronutrients that are the big building blocks of calories. Protein, typically you find in like meat, and you can find them in other things like nuts and seeds and things like that, but they're also in vegetables in small amounts. But most of the time you find them in whole foods, in meat and eggs, and that's typically where most people get them, in the whole food amount. Now, for education purposes, most people do about, like, the dietary recommendations about hold on, I don't have this memorized, 0.8 to 1 pound, because I don't want to say it wrong, of body weight of 0.8 to 1 pound per body weight for protein. Now, every single person's individualized, guys, so don't think that that's where you need to start. The best way to do this is to hire a coach, in my opinion, so that you don't like jump into something and do something it's like a quote unquote number where you need to start. You actually do this by easing your way into what's good for you versus like, this is a number some random person told me to do. You need to do what's good for you based off your lifestyle. And most research indicates that eating more than 2 grams per kilogram of body weight daily of protein for a long time can actually cause health problems. So here's the thing. Too little protein can actually be a detriment to your body composition and your health. Too much protein can be a problem for your health as well. So you kind of want to monitor that. And how we do that in our society, luckily first world things, we typically do that with a tracking device. So there's a million different tracking things out there. One of the things that I did is there's a million different ones. First Form, I work with that company because they're awesome. They actually have an app where you can track. I put the link in, and I'll put the link under here if you want to track inside there. One of the reasons I'm putting that link in this group is because you can talk to me directly in there. So if you want to use that, you can track all your food in there, and then you can send me direct messages in there. And you can be like one of my little transformers if we do a challenge, or when the next challenge comes up. You guys can talk to me directly, and we can talk about like your actual transformation and what you're doing inside that app. But that's a way you can track your protein. So what I encourage you to do is actually track every single thing you eat and look and see how much protein you eat. So the problem is nobody knows, number one, how much protein they're eating, because they're not actually tracking it. They're like, well, I kind of eat some meat sometimes. I kind of eat some eggs sometimes. And a lot of people think they eat a lot of protein, but typically they eat a lot less than they think. Even the men that I work with eat a lot less typically than they think they do. So there's this big gap of what we actually need and what we're actually eating. So here are some hints of how I get protein in. I don't eat as much as most people think I do. I have quite a bit of muscle for a female. For most people, they think I eat a ton of protein, and I actually don't. My numbers are actually a lot lower than most people would think for the amount of muscle that I have. So it doesn't take as much as you would think. But I always tell people, there's a couple different ways to get protein in. You can always add whole foods. So the easiest way to add whole foods is to always have them around. Because if you're not prepared, you're not going to eat it. If it's not there, you're going to add the chips to your life. You're going to grab something that is already available. So what I encourage you to do is to prep something that already is ready, and prep meat or prep protein so that you can already have it available. So the two best ways I have found to prep food is the air fryer and the Instapot. And I just got a meme sent from someone that it was a meme, and it said, all the people with the air fryers looking down on everyone else that doesn't have an air fryer. But it's true, because we love our air fryers and it makes everything so much easier. So I encourage people to grab their Instapot, grab their air fryer, and make whatever protein it is that you like. Make it, don't season it, so that you can season it when you eat it, and just stick it in the fridge. So make a bunch of Kobe beef, and make sure it is as high quality as you can afford, because let's face it, our food does not have, our country puts a lot of crap in our food. So get organic meat if you can, get as high quality beef as you can, high quality chicken if you're eating chicken, as you possibly can, and make as much as you can and stick it in the refrigerator. And my opinion, don't weigh it out first, just stick it in the fridge so it's ready to go. And that way, at any point in time, you can grab a whole food. You can grab bacon that's already created. You can throw that in the air fryer and make it. And you can eat it cold. You can grab, ground turkey, ground beef. You can grab chicken breast that's already made. Go ahead when you make it and go ahead and have it all cut up. Ground chicken, all of that can already be prepped and put in the fridge. You can go ahead and boil eggs. Like, go ahead and prep all the protein that you possibly can. That's the whole food way. If you want to get more protein in your life, prep and make your protein early and put it in the fridge. The other way you can do it is supplements, because let's be honest, we're all freaking busy. And the supplements that I always have around, First Form is awesome, and they have a couple different types of protein that they have. The first one is called, is a post-workout protein. And the way that I remember it, post-workout P. Post-workout P. But basically the post-workout breaks down faster. So it is a protein that breaks down super fast, and it's made to have post-workout. So basically, if you're not getting protein in post-workout, that's probably something you should add. Because when you're working out, you're breaking down the body. We want to build that back up as soon as possible after you work out. So the most important thing post-workout is not a meal. You actually want to have a protein and carb. So the best thing to do is to get in post-workout P, because easy to remember, Formula 1, see? P, post-workout, that's how I remember it, because I have to have like little memory cues for everything. Formula 1, best one to get. So there's a million different flavors. One of my favorites, juicy watermelon, because I like fruity stuff. I'm really into fruit. If you guys know me at all, you know fruit's my favorite thing. So post-workout protein, if you're struggling to get protein in, go for the Formula 1 level 1 protein, million different kinds. Also post-workout, this is not about protein, but you do want to, even if you're scared of carbs, post-workout you want to get a carb in, and I would grab the Ignition from Formula 1. So you want to have a scoop of Ignition and a scoop of Formula 1. The reason, and we'll talk about this on another video, I'll do fueling your workout in another week, and we'll talk about that. But if you have questions, guys, anything you have questions about, post them under these videos and we'll talk about this as we go forward. The reason you want to get protein and carb post-workout and you don't want to do just a meal is because that's the only time really you want to do supplementation and not do just a meal, is because there's nothing that food isn't broken down enough to like recover your body and your nervous system fast enough. So I recommend post-workout, grab a shake as soon as possible. Post-workout, pee, Formula 1, protein, get it in, and get a carb shake in. 1-to-1. If you're a high-level athlete, you might want to go 2-to-1, meaning 2 carb shakes, 1 protein shake, depending on how high level of athlete. Like me, when I was training for the CrossFit Games, sometimes I would go 3-to-1. 3 carb shakes, because I was doing upwards of 250 to 350 carbs a day. 3 carb shakes to 1 protein shake. Now, that's post-workout information. Back to protein, back to regularly scheduled program. Protein. Formula 1 is the best for post-workout. This has 100 calories, 21 grams of protein, and this will get your fast breaking down protein post-workout. Post-workout, Formula 1. Okay. Now, all the other times during the day, you're going to want to have the other kind of protein, which breaks down slower. So that's when you grab this level 1 protein. So again, memory, post-workout, Formula 1, during the day, level 1. So there's a million different flavors too. So I use if whey protein bothers you, they also have Vegan Power Pro, which I use quite a bit as well. My favorite flavor is the iced oatmeal cookie. And then for the level 1, some of my favorite flavors are German chocolate cake, blueberry muffin, and ice cream sandwich. Now, I haven't tried all the flavors because I'm new to this. Like, I've been a part of their company, like helping them out, like as far as like taking the supplements, 1.5 years, maybe 2. But I still haven't tried all the flavors. So, but I have probably 3 or 4 of the vegan flavors. But my favorite is the iced oatmeal cookie. So I do that one on a regular basis as well. So if you're struggling to get protein in, an easy way to do it is just to add 1 of the scoops of level 1 during the day as a snack. Or one of the fun ways to do it is to add level 1 with, I think it's been moved. Level 1, and you can also do a mug cake. So there's a million, if you Google mug cakes out there, there's a million different ways to do this. I actually make my mug cakes in a bowl instead of an actual mug because it makes it flat. But you can basically turn your protein into a muffin. What you do is you take 1 scoop of protein and about 1/4 of a cup of almond milk. And then I take baking powder. Any kind of baking powder is fine. I do about a teaspoon of baking powder, about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm very simple though with all of my ingredients on everything. People get like super crazy with their ingredients. And then sometimes, depending on the flavor, you can add some, or whatever your macros are, you can add some cocoa, some dark cocoa, stuff like that. And then you just add a scoop of protein. So like, let's say at the end of the night, you have like 25 grams of protein left and you really want like something sweet. Make yourself a mug cake. And then if you have some extra carbs left over, you can put like whipped topping on it. What you do is stir that up. Almond milk, protein, baking powder, vanilla extract, stir it up, stick it in the microwave, put some whipped topping on it, tag me, mug cake, super great. I mean, it's super simple and it tastes like a muffin. It's really, really great, but it's a great way to get protein in. So, you guys have any questions, let me know. I know protein can be a pain in the butt. So there's a million different ways you can get it in to meet your macros during the day. Whole foods, I always tell people, do whole foods first. But if you can't, be prepared and have these things lying around. Do things like put this in your car, have a tub in your car and then a tub in your house. Create Go Foods and put it in individual baggies, so you have like an individual baggie in your purse or some in your car, so that you always have a shaker bottle and you're ready to go and you can get your numbers in. It's always good to be prepared and make sure that you have it around so that you don't go hungry and you don't have to like stop through somewhere and, you know, grab fast food, versus having some quality protein available that you can get in anywhere on the go. Also, if you're doing it with Whole Foods, one of the ways, and I have a lot of people that do this as clients, instead of like, if you're working with a coach and they add, let's say 20 grams of protein, instead of thinking, I'm going to add 20 grams of protein at night, if you don't have a supplement for the first few days, if you ordered a supplement, and you're like thinking, I'll add a shake once it gets here, think add a few ounces at each meal, or think add 1 egg white, or add an egg in the morning and then a few ounces at each meal. That way you space it out over the day and it doesn't have like the amount of protein sitting in your gut. And also, if you're adding protein to your diet, remember your protein adding is going to have to be filtered and processed by your kidneys and your gut and your liver. Like, all that has to be broken down in here. It burns more calories to break down protein, and that means all of this stuff is working harder. So that means you need to drink more water. Raise that water intake so that your body has all the things it needs to break all that stuff down. So if you guys need anything, if this is confusing and you have questions, ask questions. Otherwise, I'm here for you. If you guys want to order some protein from 1st Phorm, and you want free shipping, my link does give you free shipping, which is awesome. That's one of the reasons I started telling people about it, because I realized, like, crap, I could give them free shipping. That would be really helpful for a lot of people. So if you need anything, I'm always here for you guys. It's one of the reasons I wanted to create this. I want to educate people. But if you want to have specific nutrition coaching for yourself, if you want to join the tribe, because the tribe's awesome, and we do a lot of different things in our tribe group. And you can come to the excursion and meet all the tribe and get to meet me in person and meet the tribe leaders in person. Then just send me a message. We can jump on the live call. We can set up a strategy for you. We can get a coach for you. And yeah, we would love to have you in our tribe group. And also, remember, the BFLA challenge starts BFLA, which means Becoming Fearlessly Authentic challenge, starts tomorrow. So join the challenge, tag all your friends, and I look forward to all of us becoming closer and the group becoming bigger. Talk to you soon. Also, if you guys want to add your friends to the group, please do that. Talk to you soon.